Hey, Voidemy J here. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all feeling good. In today's video, we're going to be investigating two flying machines that you can find in Red Dead Redemption 2 and a flying machine that you can find in Red Dead Redemption. They're actually interlinked when you look deeper into this story, so it's going to be cool to talk about and really interesting, so stick around for the episode so you don't miss out. Also hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Click the notification bell because we'll be doing a live stream later on, playing some Red Dead Online on the Xbox. I'd love to see you there. Save Red Dead Online. We have to come together as a community and get Rockstar to add some content. But without further ado, let's get into this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to share with you one of the wonders of the age. In fact, one of the wonders of any age. Aerial navigation, or as we call it, man flight. Soaring through the heavens in flying machines, so that even gravity itself can be mastered. An amazing and bewildering spectacle, but I assure you everything I am about to share with you is true. Now, we are all familiar with the potential cruelties and injustices of travel by horse, wagon, or locomotive. You are like to be beset upon by the infinite savagery of wicked men or bloodthirsty beasts that lurk in the bogs and plains of these tormented lands. But what if I told you for a certainty that man will soon be traveling across the heavens with wings like a bird? I am sure you think I am full of untruth, but I have not drank a pint of liquor in over a year, and I will do my utmost to demonstrate the veracity of my claims. For 100 years, steamboats have engaged in passage along our great rivers. But a man by the name of Cecil H. Peck is in the process of inventing a steamboat for the sky. The only limitation on its speed, at which the porter can shovel on more coal. But parts of the country where coal is scarce, oars can be used in the skies to hasten your voyage and keep the passengers active while they travel. Near Pittsburgh, there lives a telegraph man named Aldous Kinnear, who each evening after supper retires to his barn and dons the wings of a giant creature and takes to the heavens. You will be delighted to know he has traveled considerable distances, as many as 45 miraculous feet. Unfortunately, on his record-breaking flight, he knocked over a lamp and was consumed by flames. His two boys, Percival and Charles, have promised to continue their dear pa's legacy of skyflight. A whole heap of men are fashioning contraptions to take us to the heavens. A flying machine powered by a trusty donkey. Once you arrive at your destination, you can mount the saddle and ride away. With this incredible contraption, one can enjoy some popcorn and have the best view in the house at the next flogging or lynching. Stagecoach robberies will soon be a relic of the past when we enlist our animal friends as couriers, well out of range of man's shooting irons. But the most remarkable thing I have to reveal to you comes from a northern man called Moss John Nichols. Imagine travel without ever getting into a saddle. No doubt you have heard accounts or seen in person the majesty of flight achieved by performers in the circus. Mr. Nichols has perfected the sky cannon. Passengers simply walk up the steps, relax into the barrel, and are transported with great flourish to the destination of their choice. The lame and infirmed who have been ravaged by scarlet fever or polio can once again call upon their loved ones. These newlyweds are all grown up, turned 17, said their wedding vows, and are off to visit New York City. And some very forward thinkers have told me that within 10 years, dear audience, any of us can take a holiday trip to the moon. I must disclose I'm quite partial to this mode of transport. Ships and horses are like to sour my stomach. The future is in the skies, my friends. Look to the heavens. We are going to join him up there by and by.
Want to give a massive shout out to the Decker and Panda for helping me get that video clip. I could not get it to spawn, so big massive thanks to them and shout out to them. You guys are awesome. So here we are at the crashed airship. If we take a closer look at this dead person here, who do we think that could be? I have a theory. I think this is Percival Kinnear that we just heard about from the film I'd shown off there. This is one of them anyway. There's Charles and there's Percival. The reason I think this is Percival and not Charles, I will reveal that later on in the video. But for what you heard from the film, Percival and Charles wanted to continue their dad, Aldous Kinnear's legacy by trying to fly, basically. And this is a failed attempt. Can bring up the journal here and see what, not the satchel, sorry, the journal. And see what John has wrote here. Should have it somewhere. There it is. So, found a flying machine or what's left of one, and the genius who built it out in the woods. And little drawn as well. John's drawings are a bit questionable, but pretty funny. They're making a joke out of this as well, pretty much saying people back then were dumb enough just to try to fly, no matter if they lived or died. But yeah, I think it's really funny joke by Rockstar, but also very interesting. There's more to this story, so I'll meet you down in Armadillo. Here is the location of the crashed airship up in West Elizabeth. Now we're the whole way down here, outside of Armadillo, near Cholla Springs. Just come to right here to find the second one. Okay, here we are at the second crashed airship. And if you come around here, if you look closely, you can see it says Charles Kinnear. This is how we know it was his aircraft for sure. That's what's making me think that the first aircraft that we saw was his brother's, Percival. It makes sense. So let's inspect it here, see what John has to say. Coming up his flying machine there in the corner. And John says, found a flying machine. Needless to say, it had crashed. So, yep, there's another drawn he's did as well. Not the best, but here, I maybe couldn't do any better. But yeah, so this is Charles Kinnear. I don't know if you remember, but we've actually met him before in Red Dead Redemption. Let me show you a video. Okay, you're going to want to come here to start the Deadless and Son Stranger mission in Red Dead 1.
Hello there, friend. Have you come to enjoy the scenery?
I guess I have. What are you doing out here?
You know, I'm trying to capitalize on the stiff upward breezes in this region to launch my first ever flight.
You're gonna use that crazy thing to fly?
I'll be soaring like an eagle, or my name's not Charles Kinnear. I should be the first man swooping through this valley. Yes, I shall. I'd leap off now, only it seems like I need more adhesive to keep the wings together. I've concocted my own special formula, since that store-bought stuff isn't strong enough. However, I can't abandon my machine to gather more materials.
What kind of materials are you talking about, Charles Kinnear?
I need a bunch of bird feathers, doesn't matter what kind, along with a parcel of beaver hides to boil down, along with some red sage to make it all pliable.
Okay. I can try to find all that stuff. I'll be back, Charles, because you leaping off that cliff is something I have to watch.
Oh, they doubted dear Icarus, sir. Yes, they did!
Howdy.
Oh, hello again, sir. Oh, you are kind. Thank you for bringing me these materials. I'll be cooking up a batch of adhesive in no time.
I'm glad to be of service. Now, you let me know when the machine's ready for your maiden voyage.
Oh, I will indeed, sir. I'd like witnesses to the glory of man soaring through the air like an eagle. An eagle, sir! Oh, my name's not Charles Kinnear. A person who merely watches the flight of a bird gathers the impression that the bird has nothing more to think of than the flapping of its wings. As a matter of fact, this is only a very small part of its mental labor. To even mention all the things a bird must constantly keep in mind in order to fly securely through the air would take the better part of a day. The bird has learned this art of equilibrium, and learned it so thoroughly that its skill is not apparent to our sight. We only learn to appreciate it when we try to imitate it. And I, Charles Kinnear, will now demonstrate here the miracle of flight. Into the wild blue yonder, Marston. Oh dear.
Want to give a massive shout out to Redemption 1895 for that clip there. I tried my hardest to get that cutscene, but to trigger the cutscene you have to get some materials for Charles. You have to get 10 red sage, 20 bird feathers and 5 beaver skins, and I could not spawn beavers. And then I finally did after about 2 hours. And when you shoot the beavers, they disappear. So I was so frustrated. Couldn't get it myself, so had to borrow that clip from him. So massive shout out to him. Make sure you go check out his channel. So I want to conclude this video. Charles clearly survived this crash here, but as we just saw, he wasn't so lucky in the future. What I think happened is he and his brother Percival had some sibling rivalry to see who could fly first and complete their father's legacy. But what do you think? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Going to be doing a live stream later, Red Dead Online on the Xbox. Remember to click the notification bell so you don't miss that one. I'd love to see you there. Whoa, we've got some sort of a sandstorm happening right now, but I'm going to end off the video anyway. Thank you all for watching. Big massive shout out to all the members in the channel. We really appreciate you. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the void.